Good morning. Welcome to the early morning chat version of the lockdown recording series. It's me, your friendly little drummer boy, Poogie Bell. And I don't know who else is up at 7:10 in the morning besides me. But before all this madness started, this used to be the quiet, alone time, right, to work on music. And as you can hear the music playing softly and behind me, this is how it would start my day, right? And, with the music soft, as not to wake up, my wife and son and get some work time in before work actually started in the day and traffic and the noise. But now, with this virus thing going on, I live in the city, What's up? Good morning, Julio. What's up, man? Good morning, Richard. Richard, I got something for you that I got back yesterday from Dave. Richard Waring, is my manager. And he's in the UK, so it is he's 5 hours or something like that ahead of me. He manages me and a great young bass player in Florida by the name of Cody Wright and my little brother Bobby Sparks. Yes, you do. Don't say no. And but anyway, don't hit him up because he's antisocial. But anyway, like I said, this is a morning edition of the Lockdown Recording Series. I'm your host, Poogie Bell. So anyway, as I digress, so this used to be the quiet time of the day, but since this whole Corona thing has happened, it's literally like I live in the middle of the country. My neighborhood, I live in the city. My neighborhood is so quiet, as I'm sure that a lot of you are experiencing. Hey, Hiroi, what's up? Or experiencing. Hiroi, I have not gotten a track from Japan yet. Or from Asia. I miss you too, girl. Hiroi was a record. When I met her, she was a record executive. I can't remember if it was for Sony, Japan, or what label, but a for real record or music industry vet. She was, and good people. I don't know what she's doing. I know she's a mom now, but I don't know what else she's doing, but she's awesome. Anyway, but I'm sure your neighborhood is probably just as quiet as my neighborhood. And it's eerie. It's like almost being in a crazy, like a movie, like a horror flick when it gets like just two. Sony and V2. There you go. Thank you. I was right. I had one part of it right. Because it's so quiet, you think something's about to like go down. You know what I'm saying? So on the one hand, it's kind of freaking me out being an ex-New Yorker for it to be so quiet. On the other hand, I'm kind of enjoying like the extreme peace and quiet. So, I don't know. But today, I'm going to talk about like a good friend of mine named Christian Wickett, who's an amazing, also coffee cups. Let's talk coffee cups. That's right, coffee cups. Why? Because all of us, we have too many damn coffee cups. So when I come on in the morning, every morning, this is going to actually give me use for the coffee cups now that I've been collecting. I'm going to show you all the coffee mug that I'm drinking, my Cafe Bustelo coffee. Cafe Bustelo. Don't sleep. Okay, so this is today's coffee mug. It appears backwards to you, but what it is Ohio State coffee mug that I got when my niece attended Ohio State. Then she doesn't go there anymore. And I've always was a fan of their football team. So today I'm drinking my Cafe Bustelo out of an Ohio State coffee mug. If you look, and in fact, how important coffee mugs are, I want everyone to take a picture of your coffee mug and post it here. That's right. Coffee in your favorite coffee mug, post it here. And every day when I come on in the morning, I will have a different coffee mug, and we can compare coffee mugs, like which coffee mugs are like keeping the coffee warm the longest. You know, we'll make up some stuff. Who has the best graphics on their coffee mug? Okay. So if you're having your coffee right now, if you're up, I got 10 people watching me. So it's 7:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take a picture of your coffee mug and put it here, and for the world to see your coffee mug. That's right. You're going to finally get to use that collection in a very nonsensical way besides drinking coffee, and you feel fantastic about it. All right. I'm your boy. I'm just giving y'all something to, one more thing to do while you stay in the crib. Okay. So take that picture, coffee mug, post it. Okay. I know a lot of you are saying that boy need to find Jesus. Okay. So, yesterday I got hit up by a good friend of mine named Christian Wicked, who is I'll do that tomorrow. Thank you, Heroic. Thank you for taking the lead on that, Heroic. That's right. Hey. And please tell any artist that you still know who might be on Sony or someplace else that I'm doing this recording, but I drink green tea with my coffee mug. That's okay. This is okay. I'm glad you mentioned that. Now, here's another thing. So in the morning, because like you're on a lockdown schedule now, right? Of things you do like on a regular basis to keep you from going stir crazy. So in the morning, I have my Cafe Bustelo. But in the afternoon, because my wife is a wonderful and a brilliant Japanese woman, she brings me freshly made green tea. So Heroic, maybe when I do my post in the afternoon, I will come back with another mug just specifically for green tea. I ain't mad at you. I feel you. Okay, now I'm just being really silly this morning. But anyway, as I digress, my friend Christian Wicked, who's an amazing engineer in New York City, said that when I come on here, that I don't tell people about the full array of what it is that I do, right? It's because I'm a humble dude, right? So, when that Cafe Bustelo, I'll tell you. So, he was saying that I should mention the fact that I'm also a songwriter and a producer. So I'm mentioning the fact that I'm a songwriter and a producer. If you need assistance with a project or something you're working on, I'm not saying I can help you, but I might be able to. Okay. I had a good friend of mine named Devora Johnson, who's the last time I saw Devora, she was singing background with Freddie Jackson. Anyway, Devora sent me a track, and I don't know if she wants me to recreate the track or what exactly she wants me to do, but I'm going to figure it out and get some collaborative stuff going on. With her, because she's an amazing vocalist. The music that you hear faintly playing in the background is music from my next CD. I'm old. I said CD, didn't I? And I also said the word record. But it will come out on CD and vinyl. Okay, so I have a deal with an amazing company called Leopard Music, which are based out of Germany, and run by a real music dude executive named Joachim Becker, right? So Joachim put out my 2 previous albums, so a record called Sugar Top and a record called Exhibition Continues, which was the last one. But he's also done records for the WDR Big Band, Joe Zawinul, Victor Bailey, Maceo Parker, Randy Brecker, Hiram Bullock, Bill Evans, Mike Stern, and a long host of Larry Graham, Michael Walden, did a record with Sheila E. A long line of great artists. So it's really cool to be working with a guy. Really cool to be working with a guy who who does all that kind of stuff. Hold up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it and do this at the same time. I'm going to try. Oh, Richard, stop. Funny. My manager's funny. He sent me a Skype, and anyway, and so I'm not exactly sure when my record's going to be released, because everything has been pushed back, right, for obvious reasons. But just to give you an idea of what's going on with my record, let's just talk about some of the musicians. This is blatant self-promotion. This is what this is. I'm not holding back here, folks, as I don't really toot my own horn, right? So I'm just going for it. Okay, so the bass players. Okay, the bass core on my record is deep. I have Mr. Ron Carter playing bass on a track. I have Mr. Marcus Miller playing bass on a track. I have an amazing young bass player from Silver Spring, Maryland, who's 14. Okay, his name is Jeremiah Davis. He's playing bass on the track. From Detroit, Michigan, I have a young man who's not only playing bass but singing and writing too. His name is Brandon Rose. Brandon, in fact, right now has a campaign going on, GoFundMe, in support of his solo record. And you need to find Brandon Rose. You need to check this young man out. I'm telling you, he's the next thing coming out of Detroit, Michigan. He's a bad boy, right? I have the multi-plucker on bass. I have Mr. Dave Dawson playing bass on my record, y'all. Again, same thing. I can't think of the name of his trio off the top of my head, but look him up here on Facebook. An amazing bass player. I have another brother who spent a lot of time in Atlanta, but he was originally from Pittsburgh. His name is Glenn Lloyd. He is playing bass. Good morning, Candace. How are you? He's playing bass on my record. Did I miss anybody? Oh, and the young man that my manager is also managing, his name is Cody Wright in Florida. He's playing bass on my record. Interesting story about Cody. What's up, Darren? Yes, Pooji, great to see you live. Love from the UK. All right. Well, that's what's up. You're a grown-ass man, so I'm not going to tell you I love you, but, I'm glad you got love me from the UK. My man. I'm just being silly. He's playing bass on my record. All right, let's move over to guitar players. All right? Because it's nuts, right? On guitar, I have the guy who I'm currently working with and producing a new album for. I got Bobby Broom playing guitar on my record. Again, look these guys up. Support these guys. The reason I'm putting these brothers on blast. Okay, you need to know who these musicians are because they're incredible musicians and people, right? So I got Bobby Broom playing guitar. I got Dean Brown playing guitar, right? So, okay, a little history. So me and Bobby Broom have known each other since fourth grade. Me and Marcus Miller have known each other. People always talk about our lock. People don't realize. So we started playing together when I was 15 and he was 17. What did Julio say? Ronnie Drayton? Bruh, let me break it down for you. I sent Ronnie a track, right? And he kept, when we were going back and forth, right, for a hot minute. And so finally, and Ronnie's apologized. Hey, man, I'm sorry I didn't get to this. I'm going to get you. I think this track is fire, so forth and so on, in a proper New York kind of way. Then finally, I don't know if he called me or I called him. And then he told me he was ill, right? And I had no idea that the brother was ill, And then I'm like, damn, if I had some idea that Drayton wasn't feeling good, yeah, I know. Julio, I know. That he wasn't feeling well. I was like, I wouldn't have sent him the track in the first place. And so I remember that conversation, which turns out to be the last conversation we had, was me saying to him, I said, man, look, yo, straight up, and excuse my French, at 7:25 in the morning, but I was like, yo, Ronnie, man, fuck that track. You know, you need to deal with you, you know. Anyway, Ronnie was slated to be on the record, and that didn't work out. You know, the good Lord needed him more in his band than I guess he felt that I needed him on my record. So, may the brother forever rest in strength. Okay. So, real shit. Anyway, as I digress. Oh, I missed one bass player, and he will be sorely pissed off. So from my Erykah Badu days, Hubert Eves played bass on my record as well, and he did an amazing job. You know, people often talk about the lock that me and Hubert had when we were working with Erykah. Most people don't know that Hubert is an amazing drummer, right? He worked with Lisa and Carl Jan, Will Downing, and on a host of other people playing drums. So oftentimes the reason why the lock was so tight is because before I would play something, he knew what I was going to play. So I had to make sure that I mentioned, what's up, Freddie? What's up, Joe? I had to mention Hubert. Okay. Oh, Candace, God bless you. God bless you. Candace just made this post, and so I just want to tell you that, you know, God got it, and you're gonna be fine. And it's just a hot minute, and you'll be home in this new normal. God bless you. Stay strong. Keep your head up. What's up, Walter? Anyway, let's go back to the guitar players. As I digress. Wow, so much going on, man, in the world right now. Just so much going on. Real stuff. Anyway. So Bobby Broom on guitar. Known him since 4th grade. Dean Brown on guitar. Worked together for years in Marcus Miller's band. And I met Dean eons ago when he was working with Bob James, you know. And yeah, well, check this out. When I'm working with Bob James, when Kirk Whalum and the great Rest in Strength, the great Yogi Horton was playing drums in Bob James' band at the Beacon Theater. Kind of goes back, don't it? Also on guitar, we got the another New York starlet guitar player, a guy by the name of Mitch Stein. Okay, worked with Mitch Stein with the saxophone player Bill Evans. He's been part of the Steve Kemmott band, jam band, for like a long time, and he has his own records and stuff out. Check him out on here on Facebook. Also, I sing the Body Electric. My man Vernon Reed is playing guitar on the record. Amazing guitarist, as you know, from Living Color, and you know, one of the best times I ever had playing music was in Carlos Garnett, who's a saxophone player. It was me, him, and Vernon, and we were playing in his brownstone on a hot summer day. And I don't know if you want to call it free. It was free music. It wasn't free jazz. It wasn't free rock. It wasn't free funk. It was just free. You know what I'm saying? But I can remember that feeling still to this day as an old guy. So I got Vernon Reed playing guitar. I got Keith Robinson, also known as Mr. Bojangles, playing guitar on my record. Keith is a Armand Dale Smith. What's up, y'all? Keith, we worked together for a long time in Keith Sweat's band, and we traveled America to and fro. Keith lately has been sitting in the pit on Broadway, even though that's not happening right now, and doing that Motown show. I mean, I don't know what it's called, so I don't live in New York no more, but he's been doing that, and he too is an amazing artist in his own right, singer, guitar player, songwriter. So I got Keith Robinson. So I said Vernon Keith, an amazing guitar player who's actually on the track that's playing behind you, or playing behind me, not behind you, behind me, but there's nothing behind me, but you know what I'm saying. Music in the background, which is looping, is a guy from Slovakia. Armand, you're watching from the Philippines. Man, I have never been to the Philippines. I need to go. His name is Michael. So Michael's last name starts with a B. And I want to say Bagala, but that's wrong. And I went through this whole thing the other day, like messing up people's names. But just know that Michael is from Slovakia, and he's an amazing guitar player and songwriter, and he's on my record. Who else played guitar on my record? Is that all the guitar players? Oh, my hero is playing guitar on my records. That would be Vincent Henry. All right, Vincent Henry is a multi-instrumentalist. What does Joe say? Joe says, you gotta love free music like that. Speaking of it, ever play with Wayne Krantz? I love to hear that. Much love, bro. Do I have a Wayne Krantz story? The only Wayne Krantz story I have would be that when he first came to New York City, he did a session with Victor Bailey on his Victor's first record that he did on Atlantic, which I can't seem to remember the name of, but I co-produced the record with him. And Pooch, you got to hear this guitar player, Wayne Krantz. And but anyway, he cut Victor cut him at some like little remote studio, so I wasn't there when they did the session. But I did a gig, ironically, in the place where I was just talking about, in Slovakia, and met Wayne Krantz for the first time at that gig, and talked about Victor and that record and that session, and so that was cool. So that's the only Wayne Krantz story I got. He is a great player. Okay, but where was I? I digress again. Vincent Henry. So Vincent Henry is a multi-instrumentalist. He has worked. You have heard Vincent so many times on so many different things. You know, he's on a gazillion records. He's done a gazillion movies. He's one of those type of guy that looks at an instrument and goes, yeah, I can play that. And so he plays, he plays guitar, he plays bass, he plays anything that has a mouthpiece almost. And I've known Vincent since I was 12. We played in the project bands and stuff together, and years with Freddie Jackson. And what can I say? He's an amazing guitar player. He's played guitar and baritone sax on my record, and the song that features Ron Carter, he actually wrote. Okay, so Suzanne, what's going on? So that's awesome. So is there any other guitar players? Did I miss anybody? I think that's all the guitar players. Okay, let's move to keyboards. On keyboards, I have my little brother, Bobby Sparks. All right, so Bobby Sparks is on about 90% of my record, just like he is on about 90% of everything I do. I'm blessed to know a person as gifted and talented as Bobby Sparks. He's also my label mate on this record company, on Leopard Records. If you don't have or haven't heard his record, it's called Schizophrenia, right? Go to Spotify, put in Bobby Sparks 2, because I think that's how it comes up, and listen to this man's music. The boy is a genius. Okay, just straight up. So I got Bobby Sparks on keyboards. I got a young man here in Pittsburgh named Chris Potter. Okay, so Chris is just one of those, I don't even know how to really describe him. I think he's 20 or 21 or 22, something like that. And there's nothing I don't think that he can't play on the piano, you know? So he donated a song to my record, but that song ended up going on. Good morning, Lori. That song ended up going on my son's Winston Bell. It ended up on his record, and it's unreleased as of yet, as he's still working out what he's going to have on his record, right? But Chris Potter is an amazing keyboard player. He can play, he can sing. He's a triple threat, songwriter as well. And you can find him here on Facebook, and you should go check him out. Another man on keyboards is this kid that I met last summer. My son, and I was very proud of him, attended Berkeley Summer Jazz Camp at the Newport Jazz Festival. So you had all these kids from around America. Cafe Bustelo break. All these kids from around America and around the world who came to perform this big band, and they performed at the Newport Jazz Festival, right? And all of them, in their own right, were just amazing players, and it was an amazing experience for my son. He got to hang out with Danilo Perez and and meet a whole bunch of really great musicians who came through the camp and did master classes and so forth and so on. My buddy Terry Lynn Carrington was up there, and a host of other people, all of whom I can't remember. Oh, it's in my mind, not my heart. All right, so there was this piano player there from Nashville, and he's 16, right? Go find this kid. His name is Tyler Bullock. Remember that name. His name is Tyler Bullock. Check him out, okay? He only plays one solo on my record, but when you hear the solo, you're going to be blown away, okay? I mean, he is just stupid, okay? So Tyler Bullock. Who else? Is any other keyboard players? And then a lot of the other keyboard players were my chopstick keyboard technique that I have. And my son played keyboards on the record. My son, for the most part, has acted as co-producer of the record. So he has written, right, melodies and stuff. He has played his saxophone, right, obviously. But he's played bass, he's played keyboards, and all the vocoder, because I got some vocoder on my record going on. He's done all that, and he's also has sung background vocals and stuff. So, long story short, I feed him. He lives here. I put a roof over his head. So I have saved a lot of money on session musicians. Yeah. So, what's up, Billy? Oh, man, I'm going to mess up your name, but I'm going to try it. Tabuski Tasu. Good morning. Ohio gozaimasu. What's going on? You're in Asia. You send me a track. I'm still waiting on that track from Asia. This is turning into like a pet peeve thing for me. I'm waiting on that track from Asia. So anyway, you are watching a chat version of the Lockdown recording series. I'm your host. I'm Pooji Bell. I have been playing drums. Lori, you're awesome. Okay. Again, let's remember, I don't know if anyone has done it yet, but we're supposed to be doing this. Okay. Coffee mugs. Coffee mugs. You need to post your coffee mug on this thread. I want to see your coffee mugs. We all have a collection of too many coffee mugs in our house. So every morning when I come on to drink my Cafe Bustelo, all right, I will have a different coffee mug. And I need to see your coffee mug. And we can then decide, we can go over whose coffee mugs, which brand of coffee mug keeps the coffee warmest the longest. Come on. You want to know, right? You want to know whose coffee mugs has the best graphics. Even though this is upside down and backwards, it says Ohio State, right? You can't post on the thread, Pooji. All right, well, then post it somewhere, damn it. Julio's always giving me like impertinent information while I'm talking to people. All right, well, email me your coffee mugs, damn it. That's what you do. Go to Old Drummer, okay, with 2 D's, OLD, Drummer, right? Old Drummer 345 at gmail.com. Okay, at least he says, at least I can't from my phone. Okay. Can't post. Okay, but go Phoenix Rivera. I'll get to you in a second. Go post send me an email, your damn coffee mug, and we'll compare notes. Okay, I'll take screenshots of your coffee mug and show them. Now, I probably won't do all that, but it'd be still interesting use of time while you're locked down in the house. Okay. Oh, he did? There you go, Phoenix. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to talk about my man Phoenix Rivera for a second. Just a second, and because I got to actually do work. Okay, Phoenix Rivera. I grew up on 93rd Street between Central Park West and Columbus Avenue, right? All right. Phoenix lived on 94th Street, but here's what's up. Between 92nd Street to 94th Street, my neighborhood was full of just badass drummers. Okay, so on 92nd Street, you had a brother by the name of Zachary Alford. Now, Zachary Alford played with the B-52s, Bruce Springsteen, David Bowie, and I actually gave Zach drum lessons, right? I should have kept some of that damn information for myself because he became a rock star, right? All right. Okay, then you had another brother who also worked with David Bowie. His name is Sterling Campbell. Now, I can't remember if Sterling, I think he was on Broadway somewhere, but it's somewhere in the 90s, I think. Right? You had Sterling Campbell. Then on 94th Street, you had my man Phoenix Rivera, son of Mario Rivera, one of the baddest tenor saxophone players, and I had the pleasure and honor of working with him. God bless him. In fact, Mario lived in a building that was across the street from my man Bobby Broom's building, right? And I can remember hanging outside, right? And, around sound check time or about gig time, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We would see Mario standing outside, about to hail a cab with his horn. And I remember me and Bobby would look at him and say, that's what we want to be doing. You know what I'm saying? We would look at Phoenix Dad and say, like, that's what we want to be doing. We want to be able to come out, you know what I'm saying? Hail a cab, be heading downtown to the village to hit the clubs and play some, you know what I mean? So, later on in life, I got to work with him playing with my uncle, Mickey Bass. And it was like, him, Mario, Mickey Bass on bass, Mario tenor and sometimes soprano, Steve Nelson on vibes, and me. And it was a lot of fun. But anyway, that's my man Phoenix Rivera, who most people know him as a Latin jazz percussionist or drummer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But what he is an all around great musician. You know what I'm just straight up. Sterling was on 101st Street in Amsterdam and Broadway. Okay, there you go. Sterling, you're right. Sterling was uptown. Because I think he actually lived in and this is really funny how all this kind of coincides now that I think about it. Okay, so Zachary Alford played drums with David Bowie, right? Sterling Campbell played drums with David Bowie. And in the building that Sterling lived in was a drummer, maybe he lived up a few blocks up, but was a drummer by the name of Dennis Davis. Okay, Dennis Davis played drums with David Bowie. Who knew it was going to be a David Bowie morning? But anyway, if you don't know who Phoenix Rivera is, and Winton, you're right. That's right. He just reminded me of something I forgot. I met Wynton Marsalis playing with my Uncle Mickey Bass. That's right. Wynton was playing trumpet because he was just moved to New York, didn't have no $200,000 Italian suits, was wearing an army jacket and playing trumpet. You know, one thing I will say about both Wynton and his brother and all the brothers that came from New Orleans at that time. So you had Wynton, Branford, no, Dennis, yeah, mate, we played for the Stripe, but he also, Julio, he also worked with David Bowie early on. Anyway, but when Wynton came to town, and I got to meet, Branford and, Terrence Blanchard and Donald Harrison. All these brothers are some of the most coolest dudes you ever gonna meet ever, any place on the planet Earth. They're real serious about the love of jazz music, the love of music in general, you know. And I know that all of y'all should know who they are. You got pictures of that? Phoenix Rivera just told me he has pictures of that of those times. Man, please send me those pictures, bro. But you know, it was really a really cool time, you know, to be making music. And you know, those brothers from New Orleans. Man, some of the most encouraging and musically of a brother, you know what I mean? And the love that they showed me, you know what I mean? Okay, and this is it. This is the last two quick stories, the last two, and then I gotta get to work. As it is 7:47. Okay, so we were playing, we were working with my Uncle Mickey Bass, and we were playing at a club called Sweet Basil, which was a club that was down in the Village. And we were playing a song by Thelonious Monk called Around About Midnight. And I'm swishing and swashing with my brushes, right? But I've never really been, I've never really, admittedly, really, I can fake brushes, but not like really can play with brushes, right? I guess that's something I can learn now while I'm locked down, right? Okay, so Wynton's up front. He plays a masterful solo over these changes, and I'm back there swish, and I'm struggling. I'm hanging on for dear life, right? My uncle's the bass player, and he's looking at me like, boy, you lucky you family. Right, he got that look on his face, and I'm swishing, trying to do something. Then Wynton Marsalis, he comes and stands behind me while I'm playing, right? And he starts talking to me. I got my eyes closed, y'all. I'm trying to focus, but Wynton starts talking to me, right? And he's like, Poogie, look, man, this is what you got to do. Like right here, play an accent, right? And I'm like, all right, then I'm like, okay, great. Now, here we have this genius trumpet player who's going to stand behind me, and now I'm struggling, and he sees that I'm struggling, right? And he's going to start messing with me. I'm like, oh, great, right? But then I actually started paying attention to what Wynton was saying to me, right? And Wynton says, and it dawns on me, he's like, yeah, man, that was a good one, Poogie. All right, now look, when it's about to go to the bridge, all right, this is what I want you to play. And he would sing a rhythm to me or something. He said, you feel that? Feel that? You know what I'm saying? And he's just encouraging me. And he's talking me through this song, right? I'm starting to swish a little better. I'm like, what is going on here? It's called, it's called struggling swishing. Yes, sir. That's exactly what it's called, Phoenix. And I'm starting to feel a little better. And so until he has to get back up front to play the melody again, he's walking me through this song, y'all, brilliantly, expertly, right? So I'm relaying this story because that was his true love of music. That's who he is. So there's a lot of people who thinks he's this, that, and the other. You got it all wrong. Okay, one quick Branford story, and I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hey, Melita, I see your face. Victor Bailey was playing at the Beacon Theater with weather reports. This is the first time him and Omar, and they're playing in the city, and it's exciting, and we're all there, right? So Victor got us all tickets, so we were able to get into the show. But like oftentimes being a New York musician, I might have had what does it say? A trumpet player telling the drummer what to do. Back then, that is, yeah, back then. You're right. I wouldn't stand for that shit now. But anyway, Victor got us into this to the show. He got us tickets, right, and passes, whatever, and had really good seats, right. But like a lot of times, being a New York City musician, I was broke, so I essentially had, subway fare to get to the Beacon Theater, and I was probably gonna have to walk home, right? And I saw Branford, and I'm walking to my seat, and Branford's coming the opposite direction, like going to the the exit door of the hall. It's like, Poogie, what's up, man? I said, man, I'm struggling. He said, what's up? I'm like, man, I'm about as broke. I'm broker than a tire with a hole in it right now. He said, what? Right? And he literally went into his pockets, right? And emptied out both of his pockets. And all the money that came out of both hands, right? He said, here, and handed it to me. And I looked at him and was like, you sure? He said, man, if I had more, I would give you more. Go on now. Right? And then he just walked away like nothing happened. But that's the nature of the people from the Marsalis family. You know what I mean? And their daddy just passed on, and but it's a testament to who he was as a man and who his mama is. You know what I mean? They're beautiful people, the Marsalis family. So that's what's up with that. So look, you've been watching the Lockdown recording series, the chat version with me, Poogie Bell. Today I'll be so far this week I got 3 tracks to work on, all of them from bass players. Imagine that. But today, I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. I'll be working on a track by an amazing bass player who's based on the West Coast. His name is Sekou Bunch. He's doing, it seems like a George Duke tribute record, or at least one song. And I'm going to be hitting that. The song's called Diamonds, and he has a great arrangement of it. For those of you who don't know what's going on here, this is the Recording Lockdown series. I'm your host, Poogie Bell. I'm essentially right now playing drums for the world. If you have a song, if you'd like me to play on the song, send me the track. Let me check it out. If I'm feeling the track, feel I can add something to it, I'll play on it. What you get back in return is a 2-track version, a WAV file, stereo mix, whatever you want to call it, of me playing on your track. If you're a person who's trying to take the thing to the next level and you're required to have the full session set of stems, well, you hit me up. We talk some business. We work out a fee that works for both of us. And I send you the fees, you put it in your record, and life moves forward. My goal here is to keep people creative while they're locked down. Keep people inside the house and not going stir crazy. And this whole thing has been, who's that? Masato. What's up, man? Ohio is that much? No, it's nighttime in Japan. Okay, never mind. Forget I said that. Keep people in the house and keep them creative and not going stir crazy. For me, this whole entire thing has been very therapeutic, to be able to make music and with new people, make new friends from all over the world. I've gotten music from as far away as the Congo. I've done all from Europe, from South America, from here in America, and the tracks keep coming. So all those people who are showing love, I truly appreciate you. The people who were able to afford to purchase the stems, I truly appreciate you. The people who have been kind enough to go to my Venmo at Poogie Bell Drums and make donations, me and my family truly appreciate you. And we're going to keep this Lockdown recording series going for the foreseeable future, because I don't know about y'all, they reopening stuff, but I ain't going outside. Hell no, I ain't going to the beach. I love the beach. I am not going to the beach, y'all. That's just me. That's just me. So look, I'll be back later on today to play actual drums and talk, with actual music. And you won't just hear this song playing over and over again in the background. Remember, email me your coffee mug. I want to see what you're drinking your early morning coffee out of, right? So that's it. Stay. This is so stupid. I can't believe I'm doing this. So stay inside. Enjoy your day. Don't go stir crazy. Everything's going to be all right. They're going to work this out. And whatever this new normal is, we're going to survive and we're going to be good. All right. Lockdown recording series, Poogie Bell. I'm out. I'll be back later. I'll put up a thing letting y'all know when I go live again. All right. Peace.